YouTube, what's going on? Juniio here, and I'm back again with another reaction video. Back again with another viewer request, and I'm back again with another episode of Friday Filth, my favorite series on this channel where every week I delve in and see if I can find the most abrasive, disgusting, vile, harsh pieces of music known to mankind and see what I think. I've really been enjoying the series so far, and you guys have been coming up with some great suggestions. This week, of course, as always, sponsored by RuneGate Studio. Subscribe to this channel, please. I promise we're going to start uploading more soon, and on a third channel that many of you, most of you, have probably never heard of. The song we're doing today for Friday Filth is the song From Womb to Waste by the band Dying Fetus. I'm sure all of you can agree that thematically and tonally, this band and song sounds like it should fit in with the series. It comes per the request of Flat Chests Are Delicious. My man. Thanks to them for the suggestion. Everybody else, of course, following their example. Leave your suggestions in the comments down below. The next video could be yours, and that's pretty cool. I've got the lyrics. I've got the music video. Let's just jump right into it, hey? What could go wrong? What could possibly go wrong? Relapse Records.
It's not my fault I'm pregnant and I love drugs. Who cares? Fuck the baby, let it die.
Okay, so alright, I think we can see what the theme of the song and the tone is going to be right away. They have some clip from, I don't know if it's like from a movie or TV show or even like an interview of a real person. My guess is that it's about people who are very irresponsible with birth control, and then if they do get pregnant, they don't care, or they just like are addicted to a variety of different substances that will harm the baby or the fetus or whatever, right? That's my guess.
It's not my fault I'm pregnant and I love drugs. Who cares?
I love drugs.
Fuck the baby, let it die.
Let it die. Ooh. Brutal. Instrumentally, musically, nothing too crazy. It's pretty straightforward, heavy, driving riffs. The vocals are very, very low, very far back, but it's still pretty decent enunciation, enough for the style of vocals that he's going for. The lyrics are pretty gnarly. I think my assumption is correct. They seem to be talking about people who have no sense of consequence and responsibility. Burning urge to conceive like animals blind in heat, but they're human all the same. Copulation, compulsion to breed. Just anatomy and instinct less consumed, but the product is a human life. So basically it talks about a baby, how a baby's born, and then they throw it in the dumpster and it's crawling around on the floor of the dumpster in filth. Gross, awful. I'm sure, these things happen in real life, and that's terrible. But very metal, of course. Oh, here we go. Oh, turn this up. Always with Hell yeah, this song just got 10 times better. I guess that first bit was just the intro instrumentation section kind of leading into this main bit. They kicked up the speed, they kicked up the intensity, the complexity, the furious, raging performance all around. The vocals to get a lot more crazed, I suppose, as the song goes on. Yes, this musical diversity just makes it so much more enjoyable to listen to. It makes it so much more interesting. The lyrics, again. So the mom, after throwing her baby in the dumpster, stumbles out of the alley covered in flies. She got that 10-mile stare, and she never cared about the child that she was carrying. And she sucks the crack pipe in shame just to forget. And with another hit, she's on the streets again. And then it says, in another life, she once had hope, but that went down the drain along with her pride. It's painting a very dismal and bleak picture that I feel like most people will never have to deal with, but I think is probably a very real situation for quite a few people. And this sense of hopelessness and loss and apathy plaguing, I don't know, I'm assuming that these kind of people are like homeless or just from a really super troubled background or whatever it is, right? Something that I can't relate to too much or speak to with any real education. I know that these situations do exist and it's pretty awful, of course. Drugs is a bad thing, it'll ruin your life. But I'm not gonna get too serious in this video. I don't really like getting too serious about anything, so we're just gonna keep listening to a song about throwing babies in the garbage and smoking crack. Hell yeah. Okay. So now this is going in a different direction. Nurses habitually resign, tossing the carcass in the waste bin death legally designed, or fixing the future with quick extraction, conceived and thrown away from womb into waste, human trash, putrid, the bodies overrun, aborted removal with cold precision, tools specifically designed, forcing fetal termination, blind the morally enraged, bomb the clinic into oblivion, kill the killer, they will say. Justice through murder goes both ways. So this is a very hot button issue in I'm sure the world, especially in Western culture right now, is pro-choice versus pro-life. As always on these videos, I will never give my opinion. And I'm sure the comment section of this video will be the fields of Elysium, because everybody will be so nice to each other. Right? We're just here to look at the lyrics, talk about what they're saying. So the lyrics seem to be talking about the apathy of the nurses, or not the apathy, but they're habitually resigned, which I guess is not quite the same as apathetic. But performing these procedures and also talking about the morally enraged who bomb the clinic, the extremists who would kill a doctor for performing abortions because they say he's a murderer. You know, there's so many arguments on both sides. I'm sure I don't need to reiterate them to you. I think it'd be a little redundant saying all the different points. I'm sure you've heard them all blasted in your face to oblivion. Both sides, right? Tough stuff. But again, musically, this song, so interesting, so intricate. I love it. Ugh. So that section was dealing a bunch of crazy stuff. You know, the situations they're laying out are people being forced to have children when they're clearly not capable of raising them, or are in no position to provide a good life for them. You know, detailing somebody who's addicted to drugs and alcohol, somebody who's been raped, people who are just crazy. And then also saying there's a part here where the pro-life priest has nothing to say as the embryo is scraped away, again, from somebody who takes a hanger and a bottle of pills to do the job, right? So pretty gnarly scenarios, and again, very real problems. So we have a lot in, you know, not in third world countries, here in Western culture too, right? And I guess that's probably why it's such a hot topic of conversation. Crazy song, but man, it sounds so sick. I'm glad that it doesn't, like, the first minute was okay, like it was fine, but after that, man, they just keep cranking it to 11. They keep ramping up the intensity. Everything it's just great. Let's finish off the song here. Oh! So that was From Womb to Waste by Dying Fetus, a song that really lives up to the band name. I mean, what a great track. What a great tune. It was solid all the way through. I appreciate the slow intro now that I know that it builds to such a great amalgamation of craziness down the line. The payoff is definitely worth it. The lyrics are visceral, vivid, very in your face about these issues, and yeah, really do paint a hellish landscape for the listener, for the reader, I suppose. And at the very end too, he does bring up, like, dead flesh pile of massive cells, 10 more bags in the landfill swells, ripened mass, fetal decay, no one cares, were they human anyway? So still asking the question at the end, right? So again, maybe they're kind of in the middle as well. Maybe the point of the song is to just kind of lay some ideas out there, and people can make up their own mind. And I always think that's a good way to go about things as well. All the elements of the song were great. Instrumentally, it was very complex and amazing. The vocals were pretty good too. Very low, very guttural, very brutal, but still, he's got pretty decent enunciation. I was able to follow along with the lyrics, know where we were at. And the lyrics themselves, like I said, pretty crazy, but very good. Makes you think. Definitely makes you think. Good. That means that art is doing its job. And I'm doing my job by wrapping up the video because I'm about done making it. So if you liked it, of course, make sure to like it. If you like the channel, make sure to subscribe. Everybody have a great day. Oh man, I don't know when I'll see you guys again. Man, my life's been so crazy right now. I'm sorry that this is the only video that's gonna be put out this week. There's a lot of things going on right now that I'm trying to figure out. I mean, new exciting stuff coming down the line, guys. Very exciting changes gonna be happening in the near future for me, for my life. Well, it's just in the next step in the story that I have to tell. The next chapter. We'll just have to see where it takes me. But you know what? Thanks, guys.